So in the fall of 2018, I received some amazing news that I had been selected to be a professor on the spring 2020 voyage of Semester at Sea. And I considered this the pinnacle of my career. We were to have 11 different stops in 9 different countries, starting in San Diego, California, traveling across the Pacific and Asia, Southeast Asia, around Africa, and ending in Amsterdam. I not only got to do this and teach my dream courses while I was on the ship, but also bring my family along. And there was so much to do. I had to prepare to teach 2 classes that I had never taught before, one of which I was inventing from scratch. So I was constantly reading textbooks, and because there wasn't going to be regular internet on the ship, I had to have every lecture ready to go before we boarded the ship. Beyond that, getting visas, arranging for flights, who was going to watch our pets for 4 months, there was so much to be done. I was just looking at pictures recently from what we were doing a year ago right now. We were flying from San Diego, and we saw the ship in the harbor for the first time, and we moved on a ship. We sailed across the Pacific Ocean. And then we realized that we were in the middle of Asia when the coronavirus was exploding. There were 10 different itinerary changes. We got to go to 3 countries before the plug was finally pulled. And because of a myriad of decisions, some of which were in our control and not, we also got stuck in South Africa for a month.
Hi everyone, I'm Doug. My job on our family's Semester at Sea experience was to take care of the kids and their education. I was really excited to see what would happen with a lot of individual attention and freedom to learn in the ways that we thought suited them best. And of course, as the crisis that is the pandemic wore on, teaching and learning became nearly impossible. Parents were stressed, kids were stressed. What was supposed to be days in between port cities turned into weeks. Information was not flowing freely from the organization, so the rumor mill became unbearable. You couldn't repair from the previous heartbreak before the next one hit you.
Hi, my name is Tessa, and my biggest disappointment of 2020 is when on Semester at Sea they made us get off the ship with 2 days' notice to pack and say goodbye to everyone we've met. They were a very rough 2 days and probably full of a lot of tears, and it was super hard to say goodbye to everyone in the span of 2 days.
Hi, my name is Finn, and I was very disappointed that we could only go to 3 of the 9 countries that we were supposed to go to.
We prepared for over a year for this opportunity. I used what is likely the only opportunity that I'll have in my career for an unofficial sabbatical. We spent thousands of hard-earned dollars, all for 19 days on the soil of 3 different countries, 56 days at sea, a month stuck in Africa, and a flight home that the U.S. government still hasn't billed us for.
I was also very disappointed when I came home, and I was very excited to see my friend, and then I realized COVID was a big thing. And he came here to drop something off, and I just couldn't hug him, and it was really hard.
In October, another disappointment was that I had to put my cat down, which I had known my entire life.
Looking back on this time, it was one of the biggest disappointments of my entire life. And I feel like I didn't allow myself the space to mourn it for a long time because we were never in danger. Nobody ever got sick on the ship. And so many other people were suffering so much more. How could I mourn from this inconvenience? But when I got back, I did. I allowed myself some good counseling time and journaling time and did lots of weeping and came around to a realization that's helped me make sense of this. And that is one that I've done many times in my life, to rest my self-worth on my accomplishments. And because this accomplishment failed, it was like I failed too.
Just like most folks this year, we've canceled plans to see distant family, spent the year in fear for our elders and vulnerable friends. We've railed at the selfishness of a few and worried over the ineptitude of our national leadership. It's not been a good year at all.
Even with the time that my family and I have had between this experience and now, the disappointment still stings pretty hard. So, in that spirit of collective disappointment, I light today's chalice for our disappointments collectively that we give them space, and we let them burn through us so that we can plant new seeds. Please join me in our affirmation together. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.